Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. It's time for Kennett Indian Softball. This broadcast presented by Kennett Bowling Lanes, State Farm Insurance, Kennett Trust Bank, Harris Pharmacy, Curapath Wellness, Kennett Girls Softball Association, and Patterson Auto Sales. Other sponsors include Bloom Bella Flowers and Gifts, Century 21, Ultimate Fitness, and Hanley McAtee Farms. And now, Kennett Indian Softball.
Get set for Kennett Lady Indian Softball this afternoon. As if you like wind, this is the perfect day for you. It is windy here at Indian Park this afternoon, folks. This ball game was scheduled to start at 4. They got together, decided let's get this thing going at 3 o'clock, and hopefully we'll get the ball game in this afternoon, as we should have some rain moving in a little bit later. I see one of the umpires walking in from the parking lot. East Prairie and Kennett about to get this one underway here at Indian Park this afternoon. We'll take a pregame break and come back and check starting lineups. East Prairie and Kennett when we return to Indian Park.
Comes
Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 1st Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Kennett Bowling Lanes is under new ownership, and they're excited to announce new menu items coming soon with delicious lunch specials every day. Looking for a fun family outing? Family night is every Wednesday night from 4 to 8. Kids bowl for free with a meal purchase. Book your next birthday party with a basic or pizza party package. They can also host business events. Call 888-9400 to make a reservation or stop by 1315 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Kennett Bowling Lanes. Strike up some fun.
Kennett Girls Softball Association is a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian Softball. Their goal is to promote the game of softball as well as stress the importance of sportsmanship to girls in Kennett and the surrounding areas. Registrations are currently being accepted until March 29th for softball and baseball at Baker, Wellman Brown, and Farm Bureau. Get those kiddos signed up for a summer of fun.
Perry Jones back at Indian Park on this Tuesday afternoon, and we're about set for softball here as East Prairie will be the opponent of the Lady Indians. Thanks to our other broadcast sponsors, Bloombella Flowers and Gifts, great broadcast sponsors of the Lady Indian softball program. Century 21 Real Estate, we appreciate their support of our broadcast, along with Ultimate Fitness and Handley McAtee Farms, all sponsors of our broadcast here, as we're coming to you on 98.7 WGCQ and 8M 1540 KBOA. Monty handling the radio changeovers today, and up here upstairs at Indian Park running our video controls and audio controls, Paige Gillick this afternoon. Tad Jones remotely into the equipment, also helping out as the ball game that we did have scheduled over at Portageville between Caruthersville and Portageville, a baseball game, that has been moved to Wednesday. So now we're going to have 3 broadcasts coming up tomorrow. Lady Indians will be here at Indian Park against Dyersburg, I believe, a 5:30 start tomorrow afternoon for softball. Notre Dame will be here at Indian Park for a baseball matchup at 4:30, and a 4:30 matchup over on KCRV with Caruthersville going to Portageville. So 3 games coming your way tomorrow. Just the softball game here this afternoon after that Caruthersville-Portageville game has been moved to Wednesday. Here's the look at these 2 ball clubs as we look a little closer. And Kennett now 14-6 on the season. They've had a couple of heartbreaking losses, especially that loss on Saturday was a real crusher here at Indian Park, with them playing 2, and East Prairie with a record of 6-5-1 on the season, so they have one tie to their credit. Lady Indians, though, they are 7-1 here at home, and on the road, East Prairie is 2-3 on the season. East Prairie is averaging 9.2 runs per ball game, so they've been putting up some runs. Kennett, however, averaging 12 runs per ball game. Runs allowed, East Prairie allowing 6.8 runs per ball game. Kennett allowing 5.2 runs per ball game. As we are still waiting for both officials to arrive, East Prairie and Kennett, they're ready. The fans, a few here at the ballpark. I'm sure not as large of a crowd as we would have if it was later in the afternoon. But Coach Dolan's coming over. He has 3 softballs that he's going to leave for one of the officials. Our video stream on the KTMO YouTube channel this afternoon if you want to be watching that. KTMO TV, I believe, also one of our platforms this afternoon, and Twitter and also Twitch, whatever those are. But lots of streaming options today, as we're the only game going on this afternoon. We're going to take one more pregame break, and we'll come back, and then we'll check the starting lineups. It appears we're still waiting for one of the umpires to arrive. I see one, and we're going to need two to get this thing underway. With them moving the start time up, probably makes it a little more difficult, especially the umpires outside of the area, to get over and call this ball game. Another pregame break. Then we'll look at starting lineups, East Prairie and Kennett, right after this.
Locally owned Kennett Trust Bank understands the importance of great service, great rates, and putting the focus on you. Hi, this is John Patton with Kennett Trust Bank, inviting you to stop by at our new location, 917 First Street in Kennett. We offer full banking services like checking, savings accounts, plus home, auto, commercial, and agricultural loans. Stop by our new location, 917 First Street today, or online at KennettTrustBank.com. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 First Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and First Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and First Street in Kennett.
Back at Indian Park, and yes, we will be just slightly delayed here this afternoon as the Indians take to the field. And they're going to take some infield and outfield practice. East Prairie over in the dugout now is one of the umpires here, and we're waiting on the next one to arrive this afternoon. But that does not stop us from looking at the starting lineups in the ball game. Here's the way the batting order for East Prairie will be as they bat in the top of the first inning. Miller will lead things off. She's the center fielder. Dunn will be in left field and hitting second. Jackson at third base will hit third. And the pitcher is Aders. Aders, the pitcher, will hit cleanup for East Prairie. Marshall at shortstop bats fifth. Wilson at second base bats sixth for the Lady Eagles. Bright will be doing the catching and hitting seventh. Gilliam will be at first base and hitting eighth, and Schaffner will be in right field and batting ninth for East Prairie this afternoon. Again, East Prairie on the season, their record is 6-5-1, 6 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie on the season so far, as Lady Enfield practice gets underway. The outfield girls are finished. And let me tell you, folks, the wind blowing straight in from right field. We're going to have some wind gusts between 30 and 40 miles an hour, and it's blowing right in our windows here. And any ball hit out toward right field, I'm going to tell you now, it may have to be a rocket shot to get it out of here. But it will also affect any ball that's hit in the air. And that'll be for infielders or outfielders. And we'll see how both teams play it here this afternoon. We'll take a break, come back, and check the starting lineup for the Lady Indians of Kennett when our softball coverage from Indian Park continues right after this.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 1st Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Kennett Bowling Lanes is under new ownership, and they're excited to announce new menu items coming soon with delicious lunch specials every day. Looking for a fun family outing? Family night is every Wednesday night from 4 to 8. Kids bowl for free with a meal purchase. Book your next birthday party with a basic or pizza party package. They can also host business events. Call 888-9400 to make a reservation or stop by 1315 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Kennett Bowling Lanes. Strike up some fun.
Kennett Girls Softball Association is a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian Softball. Their goal is to promote the game of softball as well as stress the importance of sportsmanship to girls in Kennett and the surrounding areas. Registrations are currently being accepted until March 29th for softball and baseball at Baker, Wellman Brown, and Farm Bureau. Get those kiddos signed up for a summer of fun.
Locally owned Kennett Trust Bank understands the importance of great service, great rates, and putting the focus on you. Hi, this is John Padden with Kennett Trust Bank, inviting you to stop by at our new location, 917 First Street in Kennett. We offer full banking services like checking, savings accounts, plus home, auto, commercial, and agricultural loans. Stop by our new location, 917 First Street today or online at KennettTrustBank.com. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back at Indian Park as the Lady Indians finish their infield and outfield practice. Here's the way they will bat in the bottom of the first and also be in the field defensively. It'll be McAtee leading things off, and McAtee will be doing the pitching for the Lady Indians. Barton doing the catching. She'll hit second. Wilson will be at first base and batting third, and Payne, the DH, will hit cleanup for the Lady Indians. Bodkin will be at third base and batting fifth for the Lady Indians. McKeag at shortstop batting sixth. Patterson in left field is the seventh place hitter. Raspberry at second base hits eighth, and Wallace will be in center field and batting ninth for the Lady Indians this afternoon. And Leaker will be in the field defensively playing right field for the Lady Indians. Thanks to our great broadcast sponsors, Bloom Bella Flowers and Gifts. Go see Deanna. They have great arrangements out there, so whenever you need flowers, you need to think Bloom Bella Flowers and Gifts. Mother's Day coming up, good time to think about those flowers as well. East Prairie taking their infield and outfield practice. We'll have to see how this wind affects the softballs here this afternoon. No doubt it blowing straight in from right field, and just watching the outfielders, any ball hit out there, they're just almost immediately running in toward the infield because it's really going to knock down any ball in the air. Lady Indians will check their schedule as upcoming for the Lady Indians. Monty also, thanks for the warning, Monty, but I did hear that Saturday that you guys had a softball come through and almost hit our camera up here in the press box. That'll keep you on your toes. I just told Paige, who sits behind me and a little bit to my right, heads up. And she said, "You want me to move the camera?" And I said, "I don't think there'll be time for that." But you just don't want to get hit in the head with the softball. You don't see it very often, a pretty high backstop here, but when you get two coming almost through the window on the same day, that is a little disturbing. Lady Indians, they're in that middle part of the season, and they've hit a rough stretch, losing to Diamond and then to Mount Vernon. Then a tough loss to Valley Catholic, 13-11, picking up a win over West County, and then shutting out Caruthersville 10-0. Then the ball game against Doniphan that was moved to Indian Park, a 6-4 loss for the Lady Indians there. Then St. Genevieve, the opponents of the Lady Indians, and actually here at Indian Park on Saturday, a 11-2 win over East Carter, but in that nightcap second game of the day, a 4-3 loss to St. Genevieve. That was the heartbreaking loss there. And then yesterday, having to travel down to Rivercrest, play the Lady Colts down in Arkansas. 9-4, Lady Indians losing that one. As Kennett looking to get back on a win streak here against East Prairie. They will play Dyersburg tomorrow, a 5:30 start there. Then they go to Oran. That'll be on Thursday. And then the Boot Hill Conference Tournament will start up on the 22nd through the 24th for the Lady Indians. So I think most teams go through that stretch some point in the season, and this has been that stretch for the Lady Indians after going undefeated until they went up to the West County area and dropping their first two of the season against Diamond and Mount Vernon. And then seems like the momentum has kind of dropped off for the Lady Indians after that. Good time to turn it all around this afternoon. This ball game was scheduled to start at 3. East Prairie still taking their infield and outfield practice, so we're still just a few minutes away. Want to tell you about another one of our great broadcast sponsors. Kennett Lady Indian Softball, Century 21 Real Estate here in Kennett. Be sure to see them. Great crew over there. If you're looking to buy a property or sell a property, you need to give them a call. They're the experts. They know what they're doing, and they will make sure that everything is done correctly and get you the best price for your property, and or find that property that you're looking for. Sometimes that's very difficult, and they have a lot of connections. Century 21, one of our great broadcast sponsors of Lady Indian Softball. We'll take another pregame break as East Prairie continues their infield and outfield practice. I would predict we're still about 7 or 8 minutes away from the start of this one, so we'll take another break and be back with more from Indian Park right after this.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 First Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and First Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and First Street in Kennett.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 First Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Perry Jones back at Indian Park as infield and outfield practice concludes for both ball clubs. We're just waiting for the officials to step to home plate. This was scheduled to start at 3, but we're about 15 minutes behind that. And hopefully it will not impact the conclusion of this ball game as rain coming into the area. I know that maybe baseball and softball fans, for the immediate time being, they don't want to see the rain come in, but I know we have a lot of farmers that's needing some of that rain as the field's very, very, very dry, amazingly dry for April, and could use a good rain shower, that's for certain. Ultimate Fitness and Sports, they're another one of our great broadcast sponsors of Lady Indian Softball. Ultimate Fitness has a great workout facility. They have some membership plans really available for anyone. If you're an individual, you can get that workout plan and have 24-hour access where you can go work out whenever you want to work out. If you're an athlete, they have great indoor practice facilities as well at Ultimate Fitness and Sports. And if you're looking for that special place to have a party, they can hook you up with that as well. Ultimate Fitness and Sports. Go by and see them right here in Kennett. Hanley McAtee Farms, another one of our broadcast sponsors. Hanley will be starting in the circle today for the Lady Indians. And I see one of the umpires about to make his way out to the field. And we're about set to get things underway this afternoon from Indian Park. Temperatures are warm, but the skies continue to get a little bit darker. I don't see anything really threatening at this time other than the winds are blowing directly in toward home plate. That means the winds are blowing straight into our windows here at Indian Park. Both teams still in the dugout. So I'll tell you what, let's take one more pregame break. I expect the umpires are about to make their way out. They'll meet with the coaches, and then Kennett will get warmed up, and East Prairie will grab the bats, and we're going to finally get this one underway. We'll take our final pregame break, be back with the first pitch from Indian Park right after this.
Kennett Bowling Lanes is under new ownership, and they're excited to announce new menu items coming soon with delicious lunch specials every day. Looking for a fun family outing? Family night is every Wednesday night from 4 to 8. Kids bowl for free with a meal purchase. Book your next birthday party with a basic or pizza party package. They can also host business events. Call 888-9400 to make a reservation or stop by 1315 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Kennett Bowling Lanes. Strike up some fun.
Kennett Girls Softball Association is a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian Softball. Their goal is to promote the game of softball as well as stress the importance of sportsmanship to girls in Kennett and the surrounding areas. Registrations are currently being accepted until March 29th for softball and baseball at Baker, Wellman Brown, and Farm Bureau. Get those kiddos signed up for a summer of fun.
Locally owned Kennett Trust Bank understands the importance of great service, great rates, and putting the focus on you. Hi, this is John Padden with Kennett Trust Bank, inviting you to stop by at our new location, 917 First Street in Kennett. We offer full banking services like checking, savings accounts, plus home, auto, commercial, and agricultural loans. Stop by our new location, 917 First Street today or online at KennettTrustBank.com. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 First Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
So far, our door props are holding up here at Indian Park, but they are going to take a beating today. Winds blowing with gusts up to 40 miles an hour. There's wind advisories for our immediate area, and we're about to have this softball game. Coach is still meeting with the umpires here before we get this one underway. You heard in that last commercial break the Kennett Softball Association and their announcement and how the youth sign-ups are going on. Folks, if you got a youngster, if you got a grandkid that is interested in sports, this is a great way to get them started. I would dare say that as far as the Lady Indian players that have grew up in the Kennett area, they probably started out here in the youth leagues, and that's where they all get their start. And then as they advance and they start playing on the school teams, they get to playing travel softball and travel all around. That's also a great experience, and that's what makes these more elite softball players what they are. They started early, and they had great coaching, and that's what they'll get if you go out and sign up your youngster or your grandkids. It's a great experience. Also for grandkids, taking the grandchildren to their games or practices. I know a lot of grandparents, and we see some here today, they're not going to miss a game that their grandkids are playing, and that's just the way it goes. Great family affair, and take advantage of that. Great programs here at Kennett, both the youth baseball and the youth softball. Going out in the circle, Hanley McAtee, the pitcher for Kennett, wears the number 1 on her back as she dusts off the pitching rubber, and home plate umpire walks in front of the plate, and we're just about set to get underway. Emma Bodkin at third base. McKeag will be at shortstop. At second base will be Raspberry and Wilson, the first baseman for Kennett. The outfielders, they're going to be the ones that have their hands full this afternoon. Patterson will be in left field. It's Wallace in center field for the Lady Indians, and Leaker out in right field for Kennett. Miller, Dunn, Jackson, Aders, Marshall, and Wilson, Bright, Gilliam, and Schaffner, the batting order for East Prairie. 3:21 in your afternoon. We were going to start at 3, but we're about going to be almost 25 minutes behind the scheduled start time. Original start time, though, is 4 o'clock, so we're going to still be ahead of that by just a bit. Rain showers projected to move in around 5 o'clock or after this afternoon as Hanley McAtee continues to take her warm-up tosses. Lady Indians will be in action here tomorrow. We'll have a broadcast of that for you. Dennis Nail will be bringing you the action tomorrow here at Indian Park. The opponent tomorrow will be Dyersburg. 5:30 the start time for that. SEMO Conference matchup for the baseball Indians at 4:30 at Indian Park. So their game against Notre Dame will be about an hour old when the softball game starts against Dyersburg tomorrow afternoon. KCRV baseball coverage will be at Portageville tomorrow as Caruthersville travels to Portageville. Allison Miller will lead things off for the Lady Eagles. She steps to the plate. Hanley McAtee is ready. Home plate umpire dust off home plate. People setting out on the hill just to the right of the big oak tree out in right center field, hanging on for dear life with the wind blowing at their backs. Kevin McKeag out in right center field looking on. I'm not going to say the bleacher seats, but he has a good view of things up on top of the hill. First pitch to Miller headed home, and we're underway with the ball from Hanley McAtee, ball 1 to the batter, Allison Miller. Bodkin coming in at third to protect against the bunt. Wilson doing the same at first. Next pitch, fouled back to the screen. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Right now the wind kind of blowing in from right center field, so blowing from the scoreboard area out in right field over toward the Kennett dugout on the third base line. Here's a high hopper. McAtee with a nice play will get it and toss to first for the first out. So that was a high hopper, and Hanley going over toward first base, fields it, and throws to first for the out. First batter retired, and here's Ella Dunn. Another right-handed batter. Dunn bats with an open stance at the plate. Left fielder in the field, swings and misses at McAtee's first pitch, strike 1. Kennett outfield shallow. We're going to see a lot of outfielders shallow today with that wind blowing in. Corner infielders, Bodkin and Wilson in at the corners. Swing and a miss at a high delivery from McAtee, and it's quickly 0-2 on Ella Dunn. 1 down, nobody on. East Prairie, top of the first inning from Indian Park. Good to have you along this afternoon. The 0-2 pitch fouled back to the screen. Count remains 0-2. Seeing some darker clouds back over to the west and southwest. Oh, 2 the count to Dunn. McAtee with the next pitch. A swing and a miss. There's the second out of this ball game. First 2 retired. A bouncer by Miller. Back to the pitcher McAtee, and a strikeout by Dunn. Chloe Jackson, third baseman, right-handed hitter, will hit now for East Prairie. McAtee looks at a wristband for the pitch sign. Bounces the first one at the plate. Ball one. Good to have you along. Kennett Lady Indian Softball. Thanks to all of our sponsors who make our broadcast possible. 1-0 the count to Jackson. 2 outs, nobody on. And Jackson will stroke this one out into right field. Drops right in front of Leaker out there for a 2-out single. Little line drive out to right field. Had the wind not been blowing in like it had, that might have carried out to Leaker, but dropped about 5 steps in front of her. And Jackson at first with 2 down. And the pitcher, cleanup hitter, Addie Aders, will hit. Right-handed hitter for East Prairie. First pitch is low. Ball one. Jackson a big break off of first, but no throw down there by Barton. 1-0 the count to Addie Aders. Fouled back to the screen. Goes all the way back out to McAtee inside the circle. That evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-out single by Jackson. She's the base runner at first. Top of the first. Outside, ball goes off of Barton's catcher's mitt. Down to second will be Jackson. 2-1 the count on the hitter. Addie Aders, A-T-E-R-S. Could be Adders. I don't know. I'm sorry, Addie. This one's fouled out of play. And a count 2-2. Mr. Pritchett walking up. Now he'll get to go chase down that softball out on the other field. Pitch is inside, ball 3 to Addie. And the count goes full, 3-2. Go a run down at second base in the form of Jackson with 2 outs. If cleanup hitter for East Prairie can get her across, the 3-2 pitch headed home. High, ball 4. So runners at first and second. After the first 2 retired, Jackson with a hit. Now Adders with a walk, and that brings up Harper Marshall. Shortstop, right-handed hitter, facing Hanley McAtee. First pitch, a strike at the knees from Hanley. Oh, 0-1 the count to Marshall. Runner at second, Jackson. Adders, the base runner at first for East Prairie, and a ground ball foul outside of the first base bag. Makes it strike 2, but that would have been a lot of trouble. But just foul. Marshall chokes up a bit now on the bat as she steps in with 2 strikes. Hanley McAtee trying to get the Lady Indians off the field here in the top of the first without any damage done. And she does. Swing and a miss. A strikeout by Marshall. And that'll do it. A couple of runners stranded for East Prairie. We're scoreless. Kennett bats when we return to Indian Park in 1 minute.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett.
Lady Indians come to bat, bottom of the first inning, as a couple of runners stranded by East Prairie in the top half of the inning. It'll be McAtee, Barton, and Wilson, followed by Payne, Bodkin, McKeag, Patterson, Raspberry, and Wallace, the batting order. And they will face Addie Aders. A right-handed pitcher takes her warm-ups. Darker clouds back to our west, and hopefully they'll stay there at least till this game is over. For those farming out to the west of Kennett, I'm sure you're ready for a few raindrops to start falling, and I don't blame you. Maybe we'll get that rain tonight as Addie finishes her warm-up tosses, and the Kennett pitcher, Hanley McAtee, leadoff hitter for the Lady Indians, will step in the box. We're ready to go. Ready for some runs. Wind blowing in from right center field. Aders' first pitch in there for a called strike. Outfield straight away. Corner infielder's in just a step, and here's a line drive. Gets down in front of the center fielder Miller. Leadoff hit by McAtee. Good start for the Lady Indians. Very similar to what we had in the top half of the first inning. A line drive out into right field got down in front of the outfielder. Barton now the batter. Takes ball one high. McAtee, a big lead off first, did not go. Now she's back to the bag. 1 ball, no strikes. The count to Lauren Barton. Lauren pops this one up on the infield. Easy play for Marshall, the shortstop. As the wind kind of held it up there for her, and that's out number 1 on the pop-up. McAtee at first, and here's Hadley Wilson. Hadley, if she hooks one down the left field line, the wind may actually help her a little bit. This pitch is low and inside, gets away from Bright, the catcher, and that allows McAtee to move up to second base in scoring position for Hadley Wilson. Addie Payne in the on-deck circle. Ball 2 is high to Hadley Wilson. Leadoff single by McAtee. Barton popped out to the shortstop, and now Wilson with 1 down, runner at second. The pitch. Wilson singles back up the middle, and that will get the run across the plate. His rounding third was McAtee. Scores easily on the RBI single by Hadley Wilson, straight up the middle. That's what you want to do. You want to hit the line drives on a day like today. McAtee scoring from second for the first run. Now Wilson, the base runner at first. 1-0 Lady Indians, and Avery Payne. Avery Payne at the plate. Ball 1 inside. Couple of hits in the inning for Kennett. 1 down and run in. Wilson, the base runner at first, the 1-0. A little bit low, ball 2. 2-0 now the count to Avery Payne. .20 pitch is high, ball 3. 3-0. See if Avery takes one here. And she'll take ball 4 high. And a 4-pitch walk. Puts Wilson at second, Payne at first, and Emma Bodkin will come to the plate. Third baseman for the Lady Indians, a right-handed hitter trying to do some more damage. Kennett leads 1-0 here, bottom of the first inning. 1 out, 2 on. Couple of hits and a walk so far in the inning for Kennett. First pitch, grounded to short. Shortstop will come up, throw across the diamond. The throw gets away from the first baseman. Everybody's going to be safe. Marshall's throw kind of tailed over toward the home plate area. Gilliam tried to stretch out there and get it, but couldn't come up with it. So that'll be an error, and the bases are loaded. Kinsley McKegg comes to the plate. Kinsley, right-handed hitter. Takes way high, ball one. I remember Kinsley being about half the age she is now and up here keeping the score books and the clock at Indian Park. Ball two is high, 2-0. Kinsley McKegg. Bases loaded, one down. Kinsley pops this one up. It's going to get just over the East Prairie dugout down the right side. Now to play. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to McKegg. I see Coach McKegg out in right center field watching closely this at bat. And this pitch sails inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Bases loaded. McKegg will take it high. Bases loaded walk makes the score 2-0 in favor of Kennett. Still 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Lindley Patterson will come to the plate. Kennett left fielder. As the catcher Bright will go out and visit with Aders, the pitcher. Couple of hits for the Lady Indians. An error by East Prairie and a walk. The bases loaded, 1 out, 2 runs in. Patterson at the plate, left-handed hitter, pops it down the left field line, an area I can't see, and the umpires go out and look and say foul ball. There's just some places our view is not very good up here in the softball side of things. Really similar with baseball. I can't see down the left field line for the baseball games. Kind of have to guess there. This ball is fouled out of play, and it's quickly 0-2 to Patterson. Couple of foul balls, bases loaded. Bottom of the first, 2 runs in. Next pitch to Patterson, a swing and a miss, a changeup. There's the second out of the inning. And Olivia Raspberry will come to the plate. Monty says the rain's almost to us. We don't want to hear that, Monty. Raspberry at the plate, fouls it off. Strike 1. Bases loaded for Kennett, 2 runs in, 2 outs now in the inning, and an 0-1 count to Olivia Raspberry. And the batter is hit. Hit by the pitch is Raspberry, so that brings a run across the plate, and it's 3-0 Lady Indians. We will have to adjust some things should the wind or the rain come in, because it's probably going to be blowing into our windows here, so we may have to move our cameras back and my broadcast table back just a bit, but we'll make some slight adjustments and try to stay on. At least we're indoors here. Strike 1 to Lexi Wallace, center fielder for the Lady Indians. 3-0 Kennett, bottom of the first, 2 outs, and the base is still loaded for Kennett. This pitch bounces at the plate. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. As dry as the field is, and it doesn't look like that rain is a real wide system, it very well could be that they just get out of the weather for a little bit, and the lightning is what will really stop us. 2 balls and 1 strike. The next pitch to Wallace, missed low and inside. Lexi swings at this one, comes up empty, and the count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, base is loaded, 3-0 Kennett, bottom of the first. The 2-2 pitch to Wallace, sails to the backstop, ball 3. So now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Wallace, low and inside, ball 4. So Lady Indians have batted around here in the first inning. 4-0, Kennett, and back to the top of the order. And here's Hanley McAtee. Hanley singled to start the ball game for Kennett. First pitch to McAtee is high and outside, ball 1. No doubt we're going to have to move some equipment around inside the booth. Should it start raining, we'll try to do that. We'll hang in here until they officially make a decision. Ball 2 is high. 2-0 the count to McAtee with the bases loaded, 2 down. Bottom of the first, 4-0 Kennett. Strike at the letters. 2-1. Still, it appears most of the rain is still to the west of us here, so we'll keep an eye on that. Hanley strokes it down the left field line. This is going to be a foul ball, and that wind is really going to push it toward the foul territory. McAtee back to the plate. Now a 2-2 count on Hanley. Dunn, the left fielder. Hanley again strokes it down the left field line, but this one is also foul, so she'll try it again. Count remains 2-2. That more of a line drive off the bat of McAtee. The 2-2 again to McAtee. High and outside, ball 3. And the wind picks up, blowing in here at Indian Park. I knew I should have brought my rain jacket from the car. The 3-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Way out of play down the left field line. The count remains 3-2. Three-two again to McAtee, way high, and that's a bases loaded walk. Another run in for the Lady Indians. They lead 5-0, and Lauren Barton will bat. Lauren, her first at bat, she popped out to the shortstop. Lauren's ready, bases loaded, 2 down, and takes ball 1 high. Kennett leads 5-0. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch to Barton. She tries to hold up, but goes around. Swing and a miss, evens the count, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. This one's high. Gets by the catcher, but the runner's not able to advance. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Barton. 5-0 Kennett. We're in the bottom of the first inning. The 2-1 pitch. Right off the end of the bat. Foul ball, strike 2. 2-2 the count to Lauren Barton. Addie Aders. 40 pitches here in this opening inning. This will be her 41st pitch of the inning. The 2-2 count. It's high and inside, ball 3. So again, a bases loaded count of 3-2 with 2 down. Had a lot of those late in this inning. The 3-2 pitch to Barton. High, ball 4. Another walk, and it's 6-0 Lady Indians. Now a trip out to the mound. They will visit with the pitcher. Jade Markham and Madeline Brenham. Yeah, I could shut my window, I guess, if I wanted to be creative. And we can move the camera back a little bit. The way the wind's blowing, it's kind of blowing across. I think if it happens to start sprinkling, we, of course, don't want to get our cameras wet, computers wet. So we had already given Paul Glass instructions going to Portageville today for their KCRV game. If it starts raining, put the equipment up because we have a lot of baseball and softball to bring you. And graduations, matter of fact. We plan on being a lot of graduation ceremonies. It's always a big time, but 3 streaming systems we have, and we certainly don't want one drowned at a softball game or a baseball game into the middle of April. 6-0, Kennett with the lead. And here's Hadley Wilson with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Hadley, base hit her first time up. So you hit this one high in the air, short left field, and the left fielder, Dunn, will make the play, and that'll do it. Kennett scores 6, leads 6-0 as we go to the second. Back with the second inning in 1 minute.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 1st Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Kennett Bowling Lanes is under new ownership, and they're excited to announce new menu items coming soon with delicious lunch specials every day. Looking for a fun family outing? Family night is every Wednesday night from 4 to 8. Kids bowl for free with a meal purchase. Book your next birthday party with a basic or pizza party package. They can also host business events. Call 888-9400 to make a reservation or stop by 1315 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Kennett Bowling Lanes. Strike up some fun.
6-0 Kennett as we go to the second. It will be 6, 7, and 8 due up for East Prairie. Wilson, Bright, and Gilliam. Schaffner, if anyone can reach. Dr. Wilson here this afternoon. Superintendent here at Kennett High School. And Hanley McAtee taking her warm-ups. Wind starts to blow a little harder here. Again, if we start having raindrops, we're going to have to adjust things a little bit. We're going to take a commercial break and rearrange things. And as long as the girls are out on the field, we're going to try to give you a shot of primarily what's going on here. 6-0 Kennett. We're in the top of the second inning. Now the catcher, Barton, got the gear back on, and she was out on the base pass. Now she's taking a few warm-up tosses from McAtee. I believe if I was a coach in a game like this and I'm winning 6-0, I would want to get things going in a hurry. If I'm trailing 6-0 in the second inning, I would not want to get in a hurry. Riley Wilson, the second baseman, will be the first hitter due up for East Prairie. Good to have you along this afternoon. Lady Indian softball from Indian Park. Scheduled for a game here tomorrow against Dyersburg, a 5:30 start. Page will be back running the equipment. Hopefully sunshine tomorrow. Dennis Neal with the call of the ball game for you. First pitch to Wilson, headed home. Ball blowing inside. I'll be right around the corner. Kennett Indian baseball, a 4:30 start against the Notre Dame Bulldogs. Big SEMO Conference matchup is the SEMO Conference tournament coming up. Swing and a foul tip off the bat of Wilson. Evens the count 1-1. Top 4 seeds should get a home game. Right now it looks like Kennett probably will be either the 3rd or 4th seed. A win over Notre Dame would kind of seal the deal tomorrow to get to host a home game in the opening round. Ball 2 is high, 2-1 to Riley Wilson from Hanley McAtee. Didn't get to play the Sykeston game. It was rained out, and Sykeston was winless at the time. This pitch in there for a strike, 2-2 to Riley Wilson. That SEMO Conference victory could have been a big victory for the men. And their SEMO Conference seeding, the 2-2 pitch, a little bit high, ball 3 to Riley Wilson. Three-two pitch from McAtee. Ground ball towards short. That one takes a crazy hop on McKegg, goes off her glove and then her shoulder and into center field. Pretty hard hit ground ball, but the base runner at first with nobody out, and that brings up Ava Bright, catcher for East Prairie. Ava takes high and outside ball one from McAtee. Be a good time for a Kennett double play here. I know we got a couple of tarps that have came in, both for softball and baseball field. Fouled off, or right into the mid of the catcher. Barton evens the count 1-1. The problem with the tarps is, especially for the softball ladies, those things are heavy. You need a group of strong individuals to drag those tarps around. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count to Bright. And if you think the softball tarp is heavy, you ought to wrestle the baseball tarp. You see the grounds crews at professional games, man, those guys are, when the wind's blowing, it's a dangerous job to put those tarps on and off. This ball has popped up, watch out, on top of us. And the count 1-2. Coach Aaron New was talking when he played at Arkansas State University, a group of D1 baseball players wrestling a tarp, and the tarp got away and blew up on the backstop. That's what can happen. Ball 2 is low, and the runner will advance down to second. Wilson now in scoring position. And Ava Bright at the plate with a 2-2 count. Nobody out, and a runner at second for the Lady Eagles here in the top of the second. Kennett up 6-0. Ball 3 is low, and the runner will move up to third as that one gets to the backstop. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count to Bright. Gilliam, the first baseman in the on-deck circle. The 3-2 pitch. Foul ball down the third baseline. Count remains 3-2. If you didn't follow our game yesterday at Twin Rivers, Kennett Indian baseball, Hayden Gilmore pitched a no-hit, complete game shutout. Ball 4 is low, and runners now at the corners. First 2 have reached for East Prairie. Gilmore walked 1 batter in the ball game. He struck out 14. Complete game, no-hit shutout with 1 base runner. For Twin Rivers, what a performance by Hayden. Congratulations to the Kennett left-handed junior. Ball is low. The runner will advance to second, and it's 1-0 now. Kennett allowing the first 2 to reach here in the top of the second. Kennett, though, leads 6-0. This pitch gets to the backstop, and it's 2-0. Hanley was right in the zone in that first inning, but having some control issues here in the second. Gilliam, the number 8 order hitter, has runners at second and third, nobody out. This pitch, low and away, is ball 3. Both pitchers dealing with the same conditions here, but I'm sure it's difficult when the wind's blowing at your back like it is, and the balance of these pitchers and trying to get their timing down. The 3-0 pitch, low and outside, ball 4. So the base is loaded for East Prairie. Nobody out here in the top of the second, and Kylie Schaffner will come to the plate. Kylie, the right fielder. Kennett infield comes in. Looks like they're going to try to get a force out at the plate. Base is loaded, nobody out. The leadoff hitter Miller in the on-deck circle. She singled to start the ball game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Wind continues to blow in strong. Right center field. Schaffner back in the box. The 0-1 pitch from McAtee. This one's low and inside. Ball one. 1-1 the count. I can close my window here and we'll rearrange things. But right now, the dark clouds that were to our west look like they might have moved to the north of us. This pitch, a called strike. On the outside corner to Kylie Schaffner. 1-2 the count. Kennett looking for the first out here, the top of the second. Bases loaded, East Prairie. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. There's out number one. Back to the top of the order, and Allison Miller. I said Miller had a hit her first time. Actually, she grounded out right back to Hanley McAtee. A nice play by Hanley, and then Dunn with the base hit in the first inning. Late swing and a foul ball against the screen down the first base side. Strike one. Off the bat of Allison Miller. Just shy of 4 o'clock in the afternoon from Indian Park. Next pitch. Ground ball toward first. Wilson will throw home, but the throw is high and everybody's going to be safe. Wilson made the play, but then throwing home to Barton. The throw was high. Everybody's safe. And the first run across the plate. 6-1 now Kennett leads. Base is still loaded. And here's Ella Dunn. Wind picks up, blowing in from center field. The dust blowing in her eyes here in the press box. Popped up on the infield. Wind's going to take this one and push it out of play. Strike one to Ella Dunn. If you're worried about the baseball and softball games, Coach New was mowing his grass earlier. And looks like Coach Dollins has done the same on the softball fields. So these fields could take quite a bit of water, as dry as they are, that's for certain. Bases loaded. This pitch, a changeup in there for a called strike. This dust is getting rough. Oh, 0-2 the count to Ella Dunn. Ella swings and misses. There's out number 2 in the inning. Bases loaded, and here's Chloe Jackson. Chloe had the East Prairie hit back in the first inning, a 2-out hit. She hits this one in the hole, knocked down by the Kennett third baseman, diving for the bag. Everybody's going to be safe. Bodkin, a nice play to knock it down, but a run scores off the infield hit off the bat of Jackson. She is 2 for 2. Bodkin knocked it down and then tried to tag Gilliam, going around her to the bag at third. Between innings, I will shut this this glass in front of me. Paige was sneezing earlier, and now I've got the coughs with the dust blowing into the window. Addie Aders, the pitcher, at the plate. This swing and a foul in the box, strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Line drive is foul on top of the East Prairie dugout down the first baseline. It's 0-2 now to Addie Aders. 6-2, Kennett leads, top of the second inning. We played an inning and a half, and We've been in action just about 40 minutes here at Indian Park this afternoon. Slow-moving softball game so far. Now the 0-2 pitch to Adders. Sails to the backstop. That's ball one. 1-2 the count to Adders. Marshall in the on-deck circle. Kennett 6 runs in the bottom of the first inning. East Prairie has put 2 runs up here in the second, and the bases are loaded. The 1-2 pitch hit in the air. Back behind first base, going over. The second baseman will make the play. Raspberry, a nice job fighting the wind. And over near the foul line down the right field side. That'll do it. 2 runs for East Prairie. They pull a little closer. Kennett bats, bottom of the second. Kennett leads 6-2.
Kennett Girls Softball Association is a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian Softball. Their goal is to promote the game of softball as well as stress the importance of sportsmanship to girls in Kennett and the surrounding areas. Registrations are currently being accepted until March 29th for softball and baseball at Baker, Wellman Brown, and Farm Bureau. Get those kiddos signed up for a summer of fun.
Locally owned Kennett Trust Bank understands the importance of great service, great rates, and putting the focus on you. Hi, this is John Padden with Kennett Trust Bank, inviting you to stop by at our new location, 917 First Street in Kennett. We offer full banking services like checking, savings accounts, plus home, auto, commercial, and agricultural loans. Stop by our new location, 917 First Street today, or online at KennettTrustBank.com. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 First Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
Avery Payne leads things off for the Lady Indians and takes ball one from Addie Aders. Kennett leads 6-2, and we're at the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 pitch. Grounded slowly towards second. Second baseman Wilson fields, and the throw to first is offline. Headed down to second base will be Avery Payne. On the error by East Prairie. So Payne down at second base. And Emma Bodkin will come to the plate. First pitch to Emma, inside corner, called strike one. Well, it's much better with my window shut, I promise you. The dust, everything not blowing in my face quite as bad. This pitch a little bit high, ball one. With the conditions we're normally in for baseball and softball games, I'm really not complaining about what we have at Indian Park. That's for certain. Here's a line drive, left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That'll score the run from second, and cruising into second base is Bodkin with a double. Emma hit the line drive to left center field between Dunn and Miller. Payne scores on the play, and it's 7-2 in favor of the Lady Indians. Kinsley McKegg now at the plate. Kinsley, her first at bat. Drew a walk, and now she's hit. So a walk and hit by a pitch. McKegg down at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Lindley Patterson will hit. Lindley struck out her first at bat, left-handed hitter. Lindley, big cut, fouls it back over toward the baseball field, and out of play. Strike one. Kennett youngster has showed some pretty good power at the plate. Patterson with runners at first and second, nobody out, takes this pitch low and outside, ball one, 1-1. Raspberry in the on-deck circle for Kennett. One pitch. Outside and low, ball 2. 2-1 now to Lindley Patterson. Lindley swings and hits this one under the second baseman's glove. Now it gets by the right fielder. That'll bring one run in. Patterson stops down at second, so second and third Indians on the base pass, and it's 8-2 with the runner scoring on the hard ground ball. Bodkin scoring on the last play. McKegg hustling down to third, and Patterson down to second base. Eight nothing Lady Indians. Olivia Raspberry will hit. Couple of runners on. Olivia shows bunt. Comes up empty, strike one. Oh, 8-2. I'm sorry. 8-2 our score. Changeup is a strike. And that's 2 outs in the inning. I missed one. I also missed the score. It's 8-2 in favor of the Lady Indians. Bottom of the second, 2 on. And Lexi Wallace at the plate. Softball moves at a much quicker pace than baseball. I'm just going to say that. And that's not good or bad. It's just the batters step up there and things happen in a hurry in softball, where sometimes in baseball it's not that quick between base runners or action. Ball 2 to Lexi Wallace. 2-0 to Lexi. McKegg, the base runner at third. Patterson, the base runner down at second. This pitch will hit the batter, and that will load the bases for the Lady Indians. 1 out, and here is Hanley McAtee. Hanley can help her own cause here. She walked her last at bat and singled bottom half the first inning, a line drive to center field. First pitch is high, ball 1. Bases loaded, Lady Indians, bottom of the second. Next pitch. Low and outside is ball 2. So far, the raindrops have held off here this afternoon. Wind blowing in and cloudy skies. Next pitch is way high, ball 3 to McAtee. The bases are loaded. There's 1 out here at the bottom of the second. Kennett with a couple of runs across, and it's an 8-2 ball game. Now it's 9-2 as McAtee takes ball 4. Patterson to third, Wallace to second, McAtee to first. And here's Lauren Barton coming to bat. Lauren hits from the left side. Yeah, Paige showing us the radar here. Most of it down in Arkansas right now. It looks like the heavy stuff. Ball 1 to Barton. Bases loaded, 1 down for the Lady Indians. Next pitch, Barton hits it hard. First baseman knocks it down, steps on the bag for the out, but Patterson will score from third. Now that's the second out there. A line drive. And batter out at first base. Yes, 1 run scored. This ball hit in the air out towards second base, and the second baseman, Wilson, will make the catch. And that'll do it for the Lady Indians. It's actually 9. Let me check it. 9. No, it's 10-2. 10-2 our score as we go to the top of the third. Kennett leads this one. Back with more Kennett Indian baseball or softball right after this.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and First Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and First Street in Kennett.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 First Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Top of the third we go. Lady Indians lead 10-2. If you might be curious, Kennett would need 17 runs if they hold East Prairie right where they are, as we try to end this thing in 3 innings. 15 runs after a 15-run lead after 3 innings. So they would need to score a total of 17. So Kennett would need 7 more runs. But first, they have to hold East Prairie, and it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Lady Eagles. Harper Marshall will lead things off. East Prairie with a couple of runs last inning and a foul ball at the plate by Marshall. A 10-run lead after 5 and the game is over, or a 15-run lead after 3 innings and the game is over. 0-1 the count to Harper Marshall. She's trying to get her team started on the right track. A swing and a miss. That's strike 2 to Marshall. Shortstop for East Prairie. She was a strikeout victim her first at-bat in the ball game. This pitch coming in to her, a check swing right into the glove of Wilson at first base on a short hop, and she'll step on the bag for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for East Prairie. Top of the third inning, and Riley Wilson, second baseman. Riley reached on an error her first time up, hit it pretty hard, back up the middle of the field. First pitch, a little bit low, ball 1. 1-0 the count to Wilson. Ball 2 is high. 2-0. Hanley McAtee doing some dirt work out in front of the pitching rubber inside the circle here at Indian Park. 2-0 the count to Riley Wilson, and Riley takes this one. Ball 3. First batter, Marshall, was retired. A ground ball to Hadley Wilson down at first base. Hanley McAtee with a 3-0 count on Riley Wilson. .30 pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Pretty good crowd here at Indian Park this afternoon for Lady Indian softball. Several folks from East Prairie also making it. Down to Kennett, the 3-1 pitch is high, ball 4. 1 out walk. Wilson at first, and Ava Bright will come to the plate. Ava walked her first at bat. 10-2, Kennett with a lead. First pitch to Bright. Low, ball 1. What 0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. The count to Ava Bright. Hanley McAtee. 60 pitches now in the ball game. Again, Hanley does some dirt work out from the pitching rubber. Looks at her wristband and stands on. The 1-1 pitch to Bright with a runner at first and 1 out. Low, ball 2. 2-1. McAtee's 2-1 pitch. High, ball 3. 3-1. Runner at first, 1 out. Ball 4. Now runners at first and second and 1 out. 10-2, Lady Indians with the lead, but again, traffic on the base pass here in the third inning, like it was in the second inning when East Prairie scored a couple of runs. Kylie Gilliam comes to the plate, first baseman, left-handed hitter. Walked her first at bat, and she'll foul the first one. Out of play, strike 1. Next pitch is high, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Kylie Gilliam. Runner at second is Wilson. Runner at first is Bright. The 1-1. She goes around on that one, and that's strike 2. 1-2 the count to Gilliam. Tried to hold up, but the bat went across the plate. McAtee looking for out number 2 of the inning with runners at first and second. A swing and a miss. There's out number 2. Number 9 hitter, Kylie Schaffner, will hit. Kylie, a strikeout victim, facing Hanley McAtee, her first plate appearance. First pitch is high, ball 1. Ball got away from Barton just momentarily, but the runner is not able to advance. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. 10-2, Lady Indians up top of the third inning. Runners at first and second for East Prairie. 2 outs and a 1-1 count to Kylie Schaffner. Ball 2. Sails high across the plate. Scheduled for 3 ball games tomorrow. Softball at 5:30 against Dyersburg at Indian Park. Kennett baseball at 4:30 against Notre Dame here at Indian Park. Pitch is high, ball 3. 3-1 to Schaffner. The leadoff hitter Miller in the on-deck circle. KCRV baseball, it'll be Caruthersville going to Portageville tomorrow for a 4:30 start of that one. McAtee's 3-1 pitch to Schaffner. Inside corner. Makes the count full. 3-2 with 2 outs. Bride at first, Wilson at second. Kennett with an 8-run lead. 2 down here in the top of the third inning, and the 3-2 pitch. Inside corner is called, strike 3. That'll do it. Couple of runners stranded for East Prairie. Coming up, it'll be Payne, Bodkin, McKeag for the Lady Indians. They lead at 10-2 as we go to the bottom of the third right after this.
Kennett Bowling Lanes is under new ownership, and they're excited to announce new menu items coming soon with delicious lunch specials every day. Looking for a fun family outing? Family night is every Wednesday night from 4 to 8. Kids bowl for free with a meal purchase. Book your next birthday party with a basic or pizza party package. They can also host business events. Call 888-9400 to make a reservation or stop by 1315 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Kennett Bowling Lanes. Strike up some fun.
Kennett Girls Softball Association is a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian Softball. Their goal is to promote the game of softball as well as stress the importance of sportsmanship to girls in Kennett and the surrounding areas. Registrations are currently being accepted until March 29th for softball and baseball at Baker, Wellman Brown, and Farm Bureau. Get those kiddos signed up for a summer of fun.
Thanks to all of our great broadcast sponsors of Kennett Lady Indian Softball, Bloombella Flowers and Gifts. Deanna over at Bloombella. Be sure to give her a call if you're looking for that great flower arrangement for any occasion. Century 21 Real Estate, also one of our broadcast sponsors, along with Ultimate Fitness and Sports here in Kennett. Hanley McAtee Farms, also one of our sponsors. We appreciate their support. Our Lady Indian softball broadcast this season. We hope to have district tournament coverage for the Lady Indians, as well as our regular season broadcast coverage. Avery Payne leads things off for Kennett here and takes ball 1 high and tight. 10-2 Kennett. Kennett, they scored 7. This ball game would end at the end of the third. Hint, hint. Next pitch. Hit in the air. Shallow left field. Long run out there. The left fielder, a good jump out there by Dunn, will catch it for out number 1. One out in the inning, and Emma Bodkin comes to the plate. Emma 1 for 2 on the afternoon. She'll try to get things started for the Lady Indians and takes ball 1 outside. Emma strokes this one out to left field, and again the left fielder Dunn makes a nice running grab. She had to reach up for that one. Couple of good plays by Dunn in left field, and the first 2 Lady Indians retired. That one on a line drive off of Bodkin's bat. 2 outs, nobody on for the Lady Indians. And Kinsley McKeag will come to the plate. Kinsley takes ball 1 inside. Kinsley has walked and been hit by a pitch this afternoon. The 1-0 pitch. High ball 2, 2-0. Patterson in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Ball 3, high and outside. McKeag threatening to reach base all 3 trips to the plate so far in the ball game. Ahead in the count 3-0. Bodkin lined out to left. Payne flied out to left. And this pitch is in there for a called strike to McKeag, 3-1. McKeag grounds this one back off the pitcher. Shortstop will try to field it, but McKeag will be safe at first. So a 2-out base runner, McKeag at first, and here's Lindley Patterson. Lindley 1 for 2 on the afternoon. She struck out and singled on a hard ground ball. Runner goes, almost hit the pitcher squatting inside the circle. The throw down from Bright, and now the throw comes back in, gets away. And stealing second base was McKeag. On ball one to the batter, Lindley Patterson. So McKeag now in scoring position. A few raindrops starting to fall here at Indian Park. This ball goes back to the backstop. A wild pitch. McKeag will advance down to third base. We'll keep watching things. We may have to move the camera back just a touch here. This ball hit in the air out toward left field. Long run for the left fielder. And she catches it for the out. So we're going to take a break. We're going to rearrange some equipment as the raindrops start to fall at Indian Park. We'll be back with more right after this.
Locally owned Kennett Trust Bank understands the importance of great service, great rates, and putting the focus on you. Hi, this is John Padden with Kennett Trust Bank, inviting you to stop by at our new location, 917 First Street in Kennett. We offer full banking services like checking, savings accounts, plus home, auto, commercial, and agricultural loans. Stop by our new location, 917 First Street today, or online at KennettTrustBank.com. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 First Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and First Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and First Street in Kennett.
We continue to adjust the camera just a little bit here as we're trying to keep things dry. Had a few raindrops falling here at the ballpark. Looks like right now they're not falling, but overcast skies, the wind's blowing hard as we go to the top of the fourth. And coming up, it's Allison Miller, the leadoff hitter for East Prairie. 10-2, Kennett leads. Hanley McAtee in the circle for Kennett. First pitch is popped up right around home plate. Hanley comes on, but Barton reaches out to Mitt and makes the catch. Well, two gloves are better than one. McAtee coming in. Barton almost in her tracks at home plate. Actually had it go into her glove, so a pop fly and the batter out. In foul territory, Barton takes care of out number one here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's Ella Dunn, and Ella pops this one over the backstop. Out of play, strike one. Eight-run lead for Kennett. We're getting to the point in the ballgame now. We want to get three quick outs and make sure we have a 10-run lead so we can end this thing after the top of the fifth. This ball fouled back to the screen. It's strike two. 0-2 the count to Ella Dunn. Still trying to beat the rain here at Indian Park. Had just a few sprinkles. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. And they'll throw to first for the out. Second out of the inning, and that brings up Chloe Jackson. Chloe is 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Singled on a line drive to right field and singled on a ground ball that the Kennett third baseman Emma Bodkin had to dive for. Probably saved a run, but Jackson reached safely on the fielder's choice as Bodkin tried to tag the runner, advancing to third. This pitch is low. A good stop back there by Barton. Ball one. Base is empty, 2 down, top of the 4th inning for East Prairie. 4:30 at the ballpark, Indian Park. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball towards short. High hop McKeggs reaches across the diamond with a nice throw to Wilson for the out. 1-2-3. Lady Eagles retired top of the 4th. Lady Indians come to bat when we return with Kennett Indian softball right after this.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 First Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Kennett Bowling Lanes is under new ownership, and they're excited to announce new menu items coming soon with delicious lunch specials every day. Looking for a fun family outing? Family night is every Wednesday night from 4 to 8. Kids bowl for free with a meal purchase. Book your next birthday party with a basic or pizza party package. They can also host business events. Call 888-9400 to make a reservation or stop by 1315 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Kennett Bowling Lanes. Strike up some fun.
Back at Indian Park, we go to the bottom of the 4th. Kennett leads 10-2. It'll be Raspberry Wallace, and then back to the top of the order in McAtee for the Lady Indians. Kennett wants to score at least 2 to push that margin to 10 runs. That means if they can hold East Prairie without scoring in the top of the 5th, the ball game would come to a close. But weather threatening here at Indian Park. Still not any sign of lightning or thunder or anything like that in the area. Just a few sprinkles falling as Olivia Raspberry fouls the first one to the backstop, strike 1. For certain, we want to make sure we score 2 runs here at the bottom of the 4th if you're a Kennett Lady Indian fan. Push that lead to 10 runs. Here's a little looper out to right field. A good start for the Lady Indians. Raspberry with a leadoff single to right field. Schopner gets it in quickly, and that brings up Lexi Wallace. Center fielder for the Lady Indians so far this afternoon's been hit by a pitch, and she has walked. She takes this ball high, trying to steal second. Sliding in head first is Raspberry with a stolen base. So Raspberry down at second. She's in scoring position. And Lexi Wallace takes this pitch for a strike. 1-1 the count to Lexi. Ball 2 is a little high, 2-1. Our doors are blowing open inside. It's like a wind tunnel here upstairs. This ball fouled back and out of play. And the count now 2-2 to Lexi Wallace. Base runner down at second is Raspberry. Started the inning with a single, then stole second. And a 2-2 pitch to Wallace. Lexi turns on it, but pulls it foul down the left field line. The last inning, some really nice plays by Dunn, the left fielder. Defensively, this pitch gets away from the catcher, trying to go down to third. And in there safely is Raspberry on a close play. The pitch was a ball, so now the count is full to Wallace. Raspberry at third, nobody out. Wallace, the 3-2, low and inside. And Kennett with runners at the corners now. And nobody out. Hanley McAtee, the hitter. Hanley 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Tries to do some damage. Takes the first pitch. Now they'll throw back down to third. And Raspberry back in there. The catcher Bright trying to throw behind her. I heard moans from Paige. Did that hit her? Oh, we can't see down there, I'll tell you. Okay. This pitch is a ball. Wallace down at second base. Raspberry at third base, and a 2-0 count to Hanley McAtee. Those 2 runs would give us a 10-run lead. Come on, Hanley. She smokes it down the left field line. That'll get 1 in. Here's the second run. It will come in, and McAtee cruises down to second base, and Kennett leads 12-2. Double by Hanley McAtee. Line drive down the left field line. Raspberry scores easily. Wallace scores easily, and McAtee at second for Lauren Barton. Kennett catcher looking for her first hit of the ball game, trying to drive in an insurance run here at the bottom of the 4th. And takes the first pitch low, ball 1. Addie Aders, 91 pitches so far in this ball game. Barton at the plate, McAtee on the base pass, and this ball popped up down the left field line. Wind is going to push this one out of play. And the count 1-1 to Barton. Wilson in the on-deck circle for Kennett. One ball, one strike, the count to Lauren Barton. Nobody out. Lauren hits it to left center field. That's going to get down, going to roll all the way to the fence. That will score McAtee. Barton cruising into second base. Back-to-back doubles by the Lady Indians. A line drive the opposite way, and Kennett now leads this one 13-12. Hadley Wilson comes to the plate. Hadley is 1 for 3. First pitch to Hadley is way high, ball 1. So now Kennett leading by 11. A home run by Hadley Wilson would push that total to 13, and we'd be 2 away from ending it. The bottom of the 4th, ball 2 is high. Payne in the on-deck circle for Kennett. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Hadley Wilson. They may turn Hadley loose here on 2-0. She wanted to swing, but held up on a high pitch, and it's 3-2. Barton, the base runner at second, drove in McAtee, who had doubled. Barton with a double down at second now, and ball 4 to Wilson is high, and 2 on, still nobody out. And here's Avery Payne. Avery looking for her first hit this afternoon for the Indians. Be a good time for Avery to come through. Kennett leads 13-2. First pitch to Payne. Taken for a strike. Bodkin in the on-deck circle for Kennett. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 in there to Avery. Called strike. 0-2. Runners at first and second. Nobody out for Kennett. Bottom of the 4th. Next pitch is high. Ball 1. Payne back of the box. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. And there's out number 1. Kennett, half of the 4th inning, leading 13-2. Still 2 runners on the base pass for Emma Bodkin. Kennett, third baseman, is 1 for 3. Reached on an error, doubled, line drive to center field, lined out to left field. A nice play by Dunn, her last at bat. She'll foul this one out down the right side. We don't want to hear thunder, Paige. Not right now. 0-1 the count to Emma Bodkin. 1 out, 2 on. Ball 1 is high. Thunder without rain would cause us to stop for 30 minutes. Paige says she was just hearing things. 1-1 the count. Ball 2 is low and inside. That'll let the runners move up. So now a couple of runners in scoring position. Barton moves up to third. Wilson moves down to second base. And Emma Bodkin could drive in a couple with a base hit here. 13-2. Kennett with a lead. Pitch to Emma. Fouled off the end of the bat. 2-2 now the count. Kennett with the 11-run lead. They will have a chance to wrap it up if we get to the 5th inning before the showers and storms move into the area. 2-2 the count to Emma Bodkin with 2 on, 1 out. Emma takes it high, ball 3, 3-2. McCagg in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Been a good crowd here at Indian Park for the softball game this afternoon. See darker clouds down to the south and southwest coming this way. Foul ball outside at third. The count remains 3-2. Paige Gillick will be back tomorrow. Dennis Nail will be in my seat here broadcasting Lady Indian softball as they take on Dyersburg. We have a 5:30 start time tomorrow afternoon. A 3-2 pitch popped up on the infield. This is in foul territory, and the catcher Bright will make the catch for out number 2. So a pop fly. And Bright will catch it. The runners stay at second and third, and here's Kinsley McCagg. First pitch sails all the way to the backstop. Ball 1 to McCagg. Kinsley this afternoon has walked, been hit by a pitch. Reached on an error her last time up as she hit one past the pitcher. A ground ball. 1-0 the count to McCagg, trying to drive in 2 more insurance runs. Takes this one inside, ball 2. Patterson in the on-deck circle for Kennett. If Kinsley can reach here with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, 13-2, Kennett with the lead. Aders with the pitch is high, ball 3, 3-0. 3-0 pitch. It's a strike call, 3-1. Runners at second and third for Kennett. It'd be nice to get those runs across the plate for a little insurance. 3-1 the count, and ball 4 is high to McCagg. So the base is loaded. Here's Lindley Patterson. You know what this means? A grand slam by Patterson, and this ball game would be over. 13-2. Aders with the first pitch to Patterson. Bounces at the plate. Gets away from the catcher, but the runners don't try to advance. Ball 1 to Patterson. 13-2. Lady Indians leading with the bases loaded. Bottom of the 4th inning with 2 outs. Outfield shallow with that wind blowing in from right field. Patterson, a left-handed batter, she would really have to hit it out to right field. She'll take this one a little bit outside. Ball 2, 2-0 the count. Raspberry in the on-deck circle for the Lady Indians. Lindley Patterson back of the box, 2-0. She's ahead in the count with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Fouled off the end of the bat. 2-1 the count now to Patterson. Two balls, 1 strike to count to Patterson. 2 down, bases loaded. Ball 3 is low and outside. 3-1. Going to try to get a little insurance here. They lead by 11. 2 down, bottom of the 4th. Patterson grounds it toward the second baseman. She'll field, throw to first. So Kennett's going to have to get 3 outs before a couple of runs score as they lead it by 11. And we'll go to the 5th inning. East Prairie bats when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Kennett Girls Softball Association is a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian Softball. Their goal is to promote the game of softball as well as stress the importance of sportsmanship to girls in Kennett and the surrounding areas. Registrations are currently being accepted until March 29th for softball and baseball at Baker, Wellman Brown, and Farm Bureau. Get those kiddos signed up for a summer of fun.
Locally owned Kennett Trust Bank understands the importance of great service, great rates, and putting the focus on you. Hi, this is John Padden with Kennett Trust Bank, inviting you to stop by at our new location, 917 First Street in Kennett. We offer full banking services like checking, savings accounts, plus home, auto, commercial, and agricultural loans. Stop by our new location, 917 First Street today, or online at KennettTrustBank.com. Kennett Trust Bank is proud to support the Kennett Indians. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's numbers 4, 5, and 6 in the order for the Lady Eagles. Kennett leads 13-2, and we'll try to wrap things up here as we go to the top of the 5th inning. It will be the pitcher, Addie Aders, leading things off, followed by Marshall and Wilson. Hanley McAtee, 79 pitches so far in the ball game, looking for the final 3 outs before allowing a couple of runs to score. That would push us to the 6th inning, and I'm telling you folks, if we go to the 6th inning, we may not get through this one before the raindrops start falling. Getting darker and darker to the south and southwest. McAtee continues to take her warm-ups. Umpire goes out and says something to McAtee. Oh, he's going to dust off the pitching rubber out there. We don't have time for that, do we? It's too late in the day for housekeeping. Let's get this inning underway. Top of the 5th we go, 13-2. Lady Indians throw down to second from Barton. And Addie Aders will come to the plate. Addie is officially 0 for 1 on the afternoon. She's walked and popped out to Raspberry at second base. A nice play by the Kennett second baseman going over toward the right field line. This is Hanley's 80th pitch of the ball game, about to head to the plate. Yeah, the first one's fouled out of play. Watch out, guys. That hit one of the guys walking up down the walkway here at Indian Park. Nobody hurt. Didn't hit them solid. But that's why you should never be looking at your phone when you're walking up to the baseball field. 0-1 the count. Aders. She'll hit this one to the shortstop. McKegg fields, throws, and just in time for out number 1. First batter retired. And that brings up Harper Marshall. Shortstop for East Prairie. She struck out and grounded out to Wilson at first base. First pitch is swing and a miss, strike 1. Harper Marshall. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. McAtee stands back on and gets the sign. The 0-2. Popped in the air on the infield. The catcher, Barton, will reach out, and she'll make another nice play right in front of the fence. Good job. That ball was being blown back toward the backstop, and the pop fly, and the batter out to the catcher, Barton. 2 down in the inning. Riley Wilson, last hope for East Prairie. 13-2, Kennett with the lead. Riley is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. She has walked and reached on an error. Take strike 1 in there from McAtee. Kennett 1 out away from getting this one in the books at Indian Park. The 0-1, high and outside. 1-1 the count. We've been fortunate so far that we've only had just a few scattered raindrops here at the ballpark. 1-1 the count to Riley Wilson. Riley swings and misses. That's strike two. 1-2 the count. We're going to take a very quick break right at the end of this one, and we'll check the final totals. So let Monty know we're going to wrap things up fairly quickly, Paige, after the ball game. A swing and a miss, and that's going to do it. That's a Lady Indian winner, 13-2. Lady Indians win it. We're going to take a short break and wrap up our broadcast at Indian Park, 13-2. Kennett over East Prairie, back right after this.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 First Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
All right, we are back at Indian Park. The Lady Indians win it 13-2. 13 runs, 7 hits for the Lady Indians. They committed a couple of errors, 2 runs on 2 hits. 5 errors for East Prairie in the ball game. Kennett was 6 in the first, 4 more in the second. Then they added 3 in the fourth. Win it 13-2. Looking at the offensive production, McAtee was 2 for 2 with a couple of runs scored. Hanley also drove in 4 this afternoon. 1 for 3 was Barton at the plate with 3 RBIs. 1 for 3 Wilson with an RBI and a run scored. Addie Payne, a couple of runs scored on the afternoon. Bodkin was 1 for 4 with a couple of runs scored and an RBI. McKegg was scored a couple of runs in the ball game and also had an RBI. Patterson was 1 for 4 with a run scored, an RBI. 1 for 2 was Raspberry with 2 runs scored and an RBI. And a Wallace with an RBI also in the ball game. As McAtee, 5 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, not an earned run. She struck out 8 and walked 5. That'll do it. Lady Indians win it 13-2. We're back in action tomorrow afternoon, 5:30 at Indian Park against Dyersburg. Dennis Nail, Paige Gillick will have our radio and video live stream from Indian Park tomorrow afternoon. Thanks to all of our great Kennett Indian softball broadcast sponsors. We'll be back tomorrow with more Lady Indian softball.
This has been Kennett Indian Softball. Sponsors for our broadcast include Kennett Bowling Lanes, State Farm Insurance, Kennett Trust Bank, Harris Pharmacy, Curapath Wellness, Kennett Girls Softball Association, and Patterson Auto Sales. Other sponsors include Bloom Bella Flowers and Gifts, Century 21, Ultimate Fitness, and Hanley McAtee Farms. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.